Hi there, Save with Crypto here. Just want to talk about Bitcoin first because it had a nice little rally overnight, and yeah, I've got this trade here. I mean, I did enter quite a bit lower, but then I've been sort of like, adding to changing the leverage. So consequently, my entry now is actually 58631, which is okay. I'm happy with that. It means I've got a stop loss set in profit if things go wrong. I've taken some profit already. I've taken $94 worth of Bitcoin profit so far. The rest of it is like $886 in profit. So what I did, I kind of set a sell order at 60,000. That actually filled during the night. Then I re-entered around about 59,800, I think it was. And then I just sold that again at 60,300. And then I've re-entered around about 60,200. So you can see it's gone, sort of buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So the way I've been doing it is I've only been taking like a small amount of profit. And I can show you an example. So let's say my last long entry was at 60,200. So I want my take profit to be higher than that, obviously. So if we look back at the position, you can see here that, with the margin I'm using there, like 0.02 whatever of Bitcoin with 20x leverage. I didn't start on 20x leverage, by the way. I started on 10 and I increased it once I knew we were going in the right direction. And then what I did, I took some of the margin out and then used that to create another entry. I can show you that later if you like. If you want me to do that, leave a comment down below. But that means with that, it's the equivalent of trading with 0.558 Bitcoin, which is like $33,593 at the moment, which sounds like an incredible amount of money. Anyway, so what I've been doing is I've been taking enough profit, so I've been leaving half a Bitcoin in the trade. So, for example, we're here at the moment, 60,170, but we did go as high as whatever that was, about 60,000. Well, about 60,400. So what I've been doing is coming here, saying close price 60,400, and then so rather than taking 0.558, I'm going to take 0.058. Okay, so that just as a partial take profit, and that will make that much Bitcoin, 0.0017. Okay, let's confirm that. So yeah, you can see that order there now. So that's all quite cool. Now when that fills, it won't change my entry point, but if I then use that profit to re-enter, that will always push up the entry price a little bit. But as long as that's a reasonable distance away, I'm happy with that. And as long as I can comfortably set a stop loss in profit, I'm happy with that. Now, one thing we need to be very, very careful about is the price that the Chicago Mercantile Exchange closed at on Friday evening, and that was at 57,805. Now, what we've generally been seeing over the last sort of few months is that in the early part of the week following the Sunday, and today is obviously Sunday, you tend to see the price of Bitcoin come back to this price. So 57,805 is significantly down from where we are now. So certainly towards the end of today, I will be pushing my stop loss up quite near the current price, because if that comes down, I want to make sure I lock in my profit. And then, of course, if it does go down there, you've got an opportunity to re-enter and do it all over again, which should be great. So why is Bitcoin pumping? Well, I hate to say it, but it's probably because Trump got shot. Now, some people even think this was a staged shooting. If that was the case, that is truly sick. And I don't mean sick in the way that my teenage daughters use the word. But nevertheless, it happened, and, he had his fist in the air like that moments after being shot, and then he's okay. His ear might be in a bit of a mess, but that was so close to his bloody head, wasn't it? But I can only see this, and in particular this photo, being really strong for his campaign. I think he's going to win anyway. And of course, Trump is pro-crypto. He's pro-Bitcoin. So it's going to be good for the price of Bitcoin. So maybe the price will just shoot up I mean, it says here the FBI has identified the gunman as 20-year-old Thomas Matthew Crooks. He was shot and killed by the Secret Service. Okay, well, I guess that's what happens in the US. It also says that one spectator was killed at the rally and 2 others were critically injured. Anyway, what a crazy world we live in. Anyway, my thoughts go out to everybody affected by this assassination attempt. And yeah, it's something you don't see every day, isn't it? But if it's good for the price of Bitcoin, I suppose that's something good that might come out of it. Anyway, it looks like this 60,400 order might actually get filled while I'm recording this video. If so, I'll just show you the figures here. So, okay, so we've got like the equivalent of 0.558 Bitcoin there. And the realized profit so far is $94.63, but that is in Bitcoin because we are doing what Bitget calls a coin M trade, which is essentially a inverse perpetual trade, which means that I started off with Bitcoin, I'm trading the volatility of Bitcoin, and when I close a trade, I'll be left with Bitcoin. The alternative is you could use USDT, Tether, but if you did that, you'd start off with Tether, you would trade the price of Bitcoin, and then when you close a trade, you're left with Tether, hopefully more than you started with. My preference for trading in a bull market is to use BTC, USD, Perpetual, or Coin M, as they call it on Bitget. If I wanted to use this one here, USDT-M, I'd probably tend to use that in a bear market where I think the price of the asset I'm trading is generally going down. So in that case, holding onto USDT would be a good thing. You know, say like you started doing that in November 2021 and you did that all the way until the start of last year. But for now, Coin M, or inverse perpetual, as some exchanges call it, is my favourite one. Now you can do that with different currencies as well. I've also got an Ethereum one here that's 15% in profit, and I've got a Solana one that's 12% in profit as well. These are much smaller though. Okay, well that looks like it doesn't want to fill during the course of this video, but never mind. Now, if you want to have a go at trading yourself using Bitget, please do use my link, which you can get to by going to savewith.crypto.org/Bitget, and then you can get up to a $30,000 trading bonus for free, depending on the size of your first deposit and also your trading volume. Obviously, to get that kind of bonus, you need to make a very big deposit, but there are smaller bonuses for smaller deposits as well. But you'll find all that out when you go to savewithcrypto.org/Bitget. If you go straight to bitget.com, you only get up to a $5,000 bonus, so you get 6 times more with my link, so it makes sense to use it, so please do. If you don't want to do the KYC stuff, like say you're in a restricted country, you can use Blofin, so you can go to savewithcrypto.org/Blofin. You don't need KYC for that, and they've got no plans to introduce KYC during 2024, so you've got like a good 6 months at least of no KYC trading you can do on Blofin. Unfortunately, you can only win up to a $5,000 prize with that one, so it's not as good as Bitget. But if having no KYC is important to you, then that's the one you should use. Now, I really wanted that to close so I could use the profit as a thumbnail for this video, but I think I'll have to use this one from this morning. So let's do that. So I'll use that image. I'll put the leverage on, and then I'll put the enter and exit price, and that'll make a nice thumbnail for this video. If you've enjoyed this, please do give the video a like. Any questions, please leave them down in the comments below, or just leave a comment and say hi. That's all right, it's all good. But while you're down there, do make sure you are subscribed and you've got the little notification bell set on all. Do try and share the video if you can with friends, and above all, tell your friends.